All right, remote engineering 2 students, just want to quick update you on what we're doing in class. We've got chassis getting ripped apart and Frankenstein and reattached together, and most people have so far. I'd say most of you started the chassis part, and then the final kind of thing is figuring out how to get the body to attach to the chassis, right? So at least one of you. At least one of you got the remote control car and have it at home. But if you don't have the remote control car, that's okay. What you're going to do is make a chassis for the body to sit on. Now, some of the people, one person in class did this anyways, made a whole new chassis for the body to sit on. Now, I'm not done with the surface detail on this one here. It's just kind of as an example. And these wheels are where the wheels of the RC car are going to be, so I might get rid of those. Those of you at home, when I say make a chassis, what it is, it'll be a separate part that this sits down on. Now, there's different ways to go about this. I would say maybe start off, we haven't put fenders around this yet, right? I would say start off with a sketch on the middle work plane, right? And maybe start by kind of tracing this bottom line here, right? Try to project some of this geometry in there. And then you'll be able to start to make something for this to sit on. What I'll do now is make a line, and this is just to kind of get the brain going on what we're going to do, what you're going to do here. All right. That point is not where I want it. There you go. All right. Finish sketch. What I'll do is extrude. All right, that's on the inner side there, right? So now, what you do is you extrude that surface line symmetrically. I'm going to bring it out pretty far here. Alright, I'm kind of making a pan for this to sit on. And then maybe from this view, alright, maybe I'll say, okay, let me start another sketch here. Start a sketch on this work plane. Alright, let's see if I can project some geometry here. Try to project like this. Some of these inner lines. I'll try to kind of connect them together. Alright, then I'll try to kind of put these together here. Alright, so just trying to make a pan for this to sit on, kind of. And, there's going to be some more to be done here, but just kind of giving my idea of kind of an initial design here. Where's that geometry? That one I'm going to probably have to redraw. I'm going to make those wheels not visible. Yeah, okay, that's where it was. All right. In the front here. I'm just trying to get some of the major outline points here. All right, let's see what we have. That sketch is on that bottom plane. All right, I'm going to try to do a extrusion of that. It's not connected all the way. Oh, there we go, almost. It's not connected all the way. So I got to look and go into that sketch, get that fixed up. I get that line there to there. Alright, and then I think this one needs to be redone too. From there to there. Alright, so now I'll extrude that. Try this again. What I'm going to try to do is a trim here. I want to get all of this. Oh, this isn't connected. It's like some kind of where I... Alright, that's going up, but I want to get more here. That one doesn't want to go in there. Let me try this actually. Let me try making a... Let's see if I can... No, that all needs to be one line. So I got to go back and try to get this all together. In this sketch here. Alright, let me delete this, see if I can delete that projected line. What else do I have here extra that I don't need? Need that. It's all good through here. Maybe what I'll do is simplify things up here. Maybe I'll delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this, delete that, delete this, delete this. Maybe what I'll do is just make a pretty much just kind of a rectangular type shape here. It doesn't need to really follow that shape up there perfectly. Alright, so now I'll try this again. I'll extrude. There we go. Alright, that profile. There we go. Extrude this. Hit OK. I'm going to do a trim. My trim cutting tool is going to be this one. I'm going to remove from this one. Oops. I'm going to remove this outside. Oh, not the whole thing. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. That's why. This extrusion, I got to send upwards, or symmetric, I should say, probably. Come on. Let's go. There we go. So now I'll do the cutting tool. Trim. That's a trim. Remove. It's already selected. I don't want to remove the whole thing. See, it's starting to remove too much here. Let me do it this way then. Let me thicken that surface first. I'll thicken. Stitch that together. Thicken, quilt. Alright, I'm going to send it, not that way, I'm going to send it the other way. Send it that way, 0.1. Alright, now let's see if I can cut it. See if I can. Let me check that thicken. That's got to be a new body. A new solid body. I bring that sketch back again. This extrusion. And delete. Alright, now watch this. I'm going to make the only thing visible. Turn off this or the bottom chassis, right? So when I extrude this surface. Shoot. Alright, gotta go fix that sketch now. Fix the sketch again. Do this. Oh, that's why it's not attached there. Delete that. Fix this sketch up and then I should be able to extrude it. Alright. See if that surface is closed now. Alright, one last time. Let's see. Okay. There we go. We're going to include symmetric. So slow. It's the only solid that's visible. Hit OK. Come on. You can do it. Alright. Beautiful. So now what we have here is, let me make these sketches not visible. They're sketches so you can see what I did here. So in the end, I had to do a couple different things to try to get this chassis, but what you can see is now there's a plate, right? And if I bring back my other solids, now I have something I can kind of build upon, right? So there's the chassis. The body's kind of sitting upon it. Maybe I should have extruded that up, right? But it would look a little bit better maybe. So that thicken, I think I can go back and change this. Probably not going to like this. Maybe if I send it up, see what it looks like. Let's see. Yeah, that goes up in there now. The body should clear it. It's going to be a tight fit, so maybe I'd go back and trim it a bit, but that's better. Alright, so now I have the starting of a chassis. Right? I can bring back those wheels if I want, or I can start to engineer better wheels on there. Right? Then I got to engineer a way to attach this body to the chassis. Alright? This idea that I thought was pretty clever, where some kids in class started to sketch on this work plane. Alright, and they say, okay, view, visual style, shaded with hidden edges so you can see inside of it. Alright, what they did was they made basically just a rectangle across. Let me show you this. They basically went from like, I want it to be down in this flat part of the body, so they went from like up here. I'm not going to get too technical here. Up here, back to here, alright, and then down, and then over, and I'll adjust I want this to snap parallel to this line. And go up there, dimension the distance between these two, 0.08, that's probably actually not bad. I'll do 0.07. I'll just be, oh man. Alright, so now I just got to move this up. Should have locked it. Undo that. Alright, what you can do is you can lock the top of it in place so it won't move. Then you can adjust that thickness. Alright. Now move it that way too. Let's lock. Let's just go with that thickness. Huh? Alright. So, finish sketch. Now what you can do is do an extrusion. Right? And profile is already selected. We're going to make it symmetric, and we're going to make it two necks. What that's going to do is it should send it out. You've got to select the solid it wants to interact with, which is this solid. Alright, it should send it out until it hits that body. Now, I don't know how it's going to go. Let's see if it does it. Alright, it did it beautifully. So now what you can see is it made a flat panel. Oh, it didn't go symmetric. I got to get it symmetric. Did it to one side. Oh, you know what I got to do? I got to do it again. So I got to make that sketch visible again. Extrude that profile, this solid, to next, terminator, it's going to be this wall. Alright, now I got to look at it and see which way it's sending. I got to send the direction that way now. Let's see if it does it. Alright, so again, that's solid. No, I'm sending it the other way. I'm going to go to next. There we go. And now, we got a nice panel all the way across the inside. So let me make that sketch not visible. Let me make that extrusion not visible. What's this work plane here? Not sure why it's showing that work plane. Must be another work plane here. So that's not. I don't see here. It's visible in one of these sketches that I don't see. View. Object visibility. I'm going to turn off work planes. There we go. Alright. So now, what I can do now is I can attach down to this chassis with some pegs. Right? Probably actually want to send them up from the bottom, right? So from some of these flat portions, until they hit this, right? So you got to come up with a way to attach down from your body to the chassis now. Some cylinders and some holes would be good, probably, so you can send something between these two. But what's cool is this is not an assembly, right? This is just different solid bodies. I got the body, which is the whole body, and that flat panel on the inside. I'm going to go back and cut these windows out too, I think. As an idea. I've got the wheels, and then I've got the start of the chassis. I got more work to do here, but kind of give you an idea of what you can do at home to kind of wrap this thing up over this next week here. Alright, make the chassis, make some different tires. I'm going to fix these up, make them a little bigger, send them out a little wider, make something unique. Alright, I'll make another video later on.